Welcome back to Trap Chat. Now, the other day, there was an article released on NBA.com that was discussing the best backcourt duos. Now, to nobody's surprise, the best backcourt duo was found to be Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Obviously, of the Golden State Warriors, who's the number one team in the NBA. So that is no surprise. Those guys are both All-Stars this season, and they've been leading a fantastic and amazing team. But to my delights, the number 2 rated backcourt duo was our very own DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. I'm sure there's people outside of the Raptors circles that are throwing shade on that rating, but if you really think about it, in the time that both Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan were healthy, which was at the beginning of the season, the Raptors were doing phenomenal. Now, at some point, obviously, DeMar DeRozan went down with an injury. He missed a bunch of games. In that time, Kyle Lowry had to pick up the load. He wore himself down to a certain extent during that time. So when DeMar DeRozan came back, trying to work himself back to his game shape level, Kyle Lowry was worn down. He eventually became injured or tired out more so, where he was in and out of the lineup a few times. And we really haven't seen a healthy backcourt duo since the early stages of the season. On top of that, even when they were both healthy, DeMar DeRozan was not playing at the top of his game. Now, coming into the season, it was evident that his handles had improved markedly, and he also was passing the ball more, rebounding more, moving off of the ball. He was doing a lot of things other than just scoring, which was his main attribute. But as of recently, over the last, I would say, maybe 10 games, he's regained a lot of his scoring touch, and that was evidenced by his most recent game against Houston, where he dropped a career-high 42 points and 11 rebounds to boot. So this is what I'm saying. I'm waiting for Lowry to get back 100% and to see DeRozan playing at this level he's been playing. And I want to see them both do it together at the same time. And when that happens, there's going to be some amazing basketball played for the Toronto Raptors on the court, because not only will both their games elevate and mesh with each other, but this will set off the rest of the team, because the opposing team will have to, devote so much energy and focus towards these two guys that players like Lou Will, players like Patrick Patterson, players like Jonas Valanciunas, all these guys, James Johnson, maybe even Terrence Ross, all these guys will be primed and ready to explode off of the energy emitted by the dynamic duo, which is really the core of the team. It's the engine of the team. Those are the two guys that drive the team for all intents and purposes. So when that happens, and I hope it happens in the playoffs, I hope they peak right at the right time. There's going to be some amazing times in Toronto Raptors basketball and for the fans. So I'm just waiting for that to happen, and I just have a feeling. I guess I'm an optimist at heart, but I have a feeling it's going to happen. So let's just hope and pray it does. Right on time in the playoffs. Let's shock the world again, because last year they weren't expecting it. This year, let's show them what it is. So, got to keep that faith alive, got to keep the hope alive, and let's keep it rolling, man. We are the North. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. What do you think about the last few games, DeRozan's career-high game against the Rockets? What do you think about this week's matchups? What do you think about the backcourt rating? Are we number 2, or do we deserve to be number 1? Maybe, possibly. Do we deserve to be lower? Let me know. Do you agree with me? Do you think we're going to see something amazing in the playoffs? You know how to get at us. Leave us a comment on trapsince95.com We are on social media. That is Twitter, that is Instagram, at Trap95. We are also on Facebook, Trap95. You can hit me up straight on Twitter at C_SHARP. And you can hit any other members up with discussion on the Raptors and your comments. Also, hit us up on YouTube with your video responses. Now, I would like to shout out my Trap Since 95 team. You know, we always hold it down. And as you know, it's for fans, for better, for worse, forever. Join us next time